Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to the first Monday Motivation of 2020. Alright guys, well today we're going to be talking about doing what you love. Because it's the beginning of the year and all of us, well all of you guys for the most part, have some sort of New Year's resolution. Some sort of thing that you want to start doing this year, going forward, and all that good stuff. You guys already know what that is, all the New Year's resolution things. Well, I know you guys might have your New Year's resolutions. Everyone has their version of what they want to accomplish this coming year going forward, but honestly, this year should be the year that you guys decide to start doing what you love. Or at the very least, start the journey of trying to figure out what it is you love. So, if you want a resolution that you will be able to keep, and the resolution which will actually be kind of fun for you, then what I suggest for you guys to start doing is to start looking inside of yourself. Start asking the questions that you have been denying yourself for a very long time. Meaning, what do I love to do? What do I want to do? Am I happy? And so on and so forth. Okay? Basically, there's a lot of you guys out there right now that wish that your life would be different. That wish that you could be doing something completely different with your life. You know, some of you guys out there, might love sports. In fact, so much, you might love sports so much that you would rather be doing something in sports than working the desk job that you're working right now. Some of you guys, want to, be a chef. Some of you guys want to be a photographer. Some of you guys, it doesn't matter. Some of you guys are a Smurf enthusiast and want to talk about Smurfs. Some of you guys, you guys, there's a multitude of things that you guys want to do. And what I'm always trying to tell you guys on these Monday Motivations is the fact that it doesn't matter what you want to do. The point is that you just got to go do it. Because until you actually start doing it, you're going to be very unhappy and very depressed. And it's as simple as that. I mean, we could talk about, all this all day, but we're not going to be talking about the intricacies of all that. We're basically just going to start getting you on the path that you need to be on. Okay? So, you need to start asking your questions, to yourself, whether, what, like the basic questions like, what do I love? What do I want to do every day? And things like that. Another thing that you need to start doing, you need to start trying out brand new things all the time. If you are unhappy doing what you're doing right now, then that means that you need to be doing something else. And what's going to happen is that as you try different things, no matter what it is, if you start washing cars and you're like, damn, I really like washing cars. Well, then maybe you should start a car washing business. Even if it's on the side, and if you love it bad enough, eventually there's not going to be enough time for work, and all the time that you want, all your time is only going to be, all your time is going to be finite, and you're going to have to choose between working your job that you hate or investing your time in the business of car washing that you just started that you now love. And the same goes for pretty much anything. Again, how I started with the whole video and photography thing. It was basically, I was helping out a friend, I picked up the camera, and long story short, here I am. I loved it so much. In fact, the reason I'm making today's episode about this is because, I don't know if you guys remember, but just a week and a half ago, in fact, like 2 weeks ago, on December 23rd, there was a crypto apocalypse that happened. Again, I'm not going to give you all the details. I'm sure you've already heard plenty about that. But basically, after the whole thing started, crumbling down, and I was, scrambling to try to, save my channel and fix this and fix that and all that stuff, and all this hard work and all during the holidays and all this stuff. Basically, it kind of exhausted me. Like, I was already exhausted from daily uploads and all the other things that I constantly do. But if I wasn't already exhausted, the whole YouTube apocalypse, the whole YouTube censorship, that whole thing literally exhausted me to the point of I couldn't anymore. And I told myself, I told you guys, I was going to take a little bit of a break. I was going to take a few days off here and there, and so on and so forth. But the one thing that I discovered after taking a break was the fact that I could really only take a break for about a day, if that, because I was obsessing over everything. Okay, I was obsessing with the new channel, with moving things over, with changing, the whole stratosphere, the whole ecosystem of my channel. Then as the days progressed, like today, I woke up and I just could not stop recording videos. This is the last video I'm recording today, but basically all of the videos, interview, everything that you've seen since Thursday, I recorded today, I think since Thursday, okay? Just to give you guys a bit of a heads up. And I'm not just talking about this channel, but I'm talking about both channels. So again, you could say that I'm obsessed. I am obsessed. And that's what you want to be at. Unless you are right now obsessed with what you do, then you should not be listening to any of this. You're probably not listening to any of this right now. If you are already obsessed with something, obsessed with doing something, whether it's your another YouTube channel, whether it's something like painting, playing music, talking about sports. If you are already obsessed with something, then you're already kind of like on the right track. The thing is that if there is something that is stopping you from fully dedicating yourself to this, then this is what this video is all about. It's about making those very, very hard decisions, those final hard decisions to finally move from one place to the other. Meaning, if moving from your desk job to being a Smurf expert. Okay, this is the time of the year. This is the time. Now, I mean, it's always the time. It's always the right time to do it. But basically, since we're doing the whole New Year's resolution thing, then this is what your New Year's resolution should be. All right? And if you dedicate yourself to literally finding out what you love, if you haven't already found out what you love already, then this is going to be a very fun exercise for you. Because instead of going to the gym, forcing yourself to do something you don't want to do just because it's something that you have to do, instead of doing that and now going the route of trying to figure out what you love to do, what you want to do, it's very different. It's very, very different. And this is more of an enjoyable journey. If you are already, again, if you've already found what you love and what you're obsessed with, then what you need to do now is double down, triple down on that. And that's basically what all this is about. Look, I myself, I'm obsessed with making these videos. I'm obsessed with talking to you about Monday motivation. I'm obsessed with talking about Bitcoin, talking about the economy, talking about government, talking about all of these things. Okay? But I'm also obsessed with making travel videos. I'm also obsessed with cooking and making cooking videos and all that fun stuff too. And one of the things that I was doing is that I was putting everything on one channel. And basically I was just, I'm just going to call it like it is. Not only do I call everything like it is out there, but I call everything like it is out here. Basically, I was just too lazy because, I can use all the excuses in the world that I was too busy, I was too overwhelmed, doing too much. But at any point in time, all I really had to do was just stop for a minute and, start a new channel and rebuild that whole thing. But even for someone like me that loves to start from brand new and build from brand new and all these things, it's a little bit of, it's hard. So I get it, I get it. Right now you're probably listening to me and you're probably saying like, yeah, but I can't just leave my job. I got kids to support. I got a family. I got bills. I get that. I totally get that. Even in my case, it's not necessarily like the whole YouTube channel is what pays my bills, but I do get a lot of bills paid because of the residuals that come from YouTube. Whether it's the expat community, the people that I help out when they move out here, all the things that I do that have blossomed from me living out here in Mexico. So to me, starting a brand new channel and putting everything on a brand new channel, moving everything over there, wasn't something that I was looking forward to doing because it would kind of like put a dead stop to what I was doing in my mind. And then I would have to start brand new, all right, and from where I was, what I was doing, and literally like start rebuilding the infrastructure for the whole Mexico, Merida, expat stuff, all the things that I do. And it wasn't until YouTube literally took everything away from me. YouTube made my worst fears come true, which was take my channel away, take you guys away, take my community away. It wasn't until that realization, that real scenario, life scenario that happened, that it wasn't until that happened that I didn't wake the hell up and started figuring out that I needed to start that channel now. I needed to start building the infrastructure now, and so on and so forth. And that's the thing, though. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it takes an emergency. Sometimes it takes something like that for you to realize what's really important and what you really need to do. Again, I don't know. Maybe there might have been something that happened to you guys over, the Christmas break, the New Year's break, that made you start to realize that you need to start making changes now. All right, and some of you guys have by the time you're watching this on the 6th, you guys are probably already given up. A lot of you guys are probably already given up on your New Year's resolution. So again, this is why I'm making this video, so you can have another New Year's resolution, one that you can probably most likely keep no matter what. All right, it's basically always all up to you. All right, and this is for you. This is not for me. The reason I'm making these things is for you, for your betterment. All right, because I care about you guys, whether you believe it or not. Because you know what, you guys care about me, so in turn I care about you guys. And like Gary Vee says, I wanted to get to the point where you're not watching these videos anymore. All right, I understand that you need to watch these videos and that they're very important. That's why I'm making these Monday motivations, and I'm going to continue making these Monday motivations, because I know that they're needed and they're necessary for a lot of you guys. Because I at one point also, watched a lot of motivational videos in order to get me to this point. So now I'm just paying it forward and doing my part. But at the end of the day, what I really want from you guys is to eventually stop watching me. At least stop watching the Monday motivation videos and start, doing what you need to do. All right, start literally where I motivated you to the point where you don't need to watch me anymore, where you can just go on your own and start doing what you need to do. All right, and you know what it is you need to do. All right, I don't need to lay out the whole blueprint for you. You already know what you need to do. You just need to do it. That's it. And that's basically what it boils down to. So whether you're forced to do it by an outside entity, or you yourself have had enough of your situation and you force yourself to do it, you got to do it. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that went through the same crypto apocalypse and they didn't learn anything and they didn't do nothing, and they're still sitting just as vulnerable as they were when they lost everything. And there's a lot of people that fall into these categories in this scenario. I mean, not just with my situation, it's all your situations. Some of you guys are sitting in that same boat right now. But basically, what this episode is all about is about the fact that not only is it a new year and a new decade, but it's a new you that you're starting to build, that you're starting to create, all right? And that you need to start taking control back of your life and stop relegating that control to other entities. Because a lot of you guys are always using the excuse, I can't do this because that person. I can't do this because of this institution. I can't say this because that group. I can't. Listen, man, those are all excuses. All of them are excuses. Again, I'm coming clean and letting you know that, everything that I did over the Christmas break is things that I should have done a long time ago. And I was always just making excuses for them. And it wasn't until, again, YouTube slapped me across the face and, I was at the point of losing everything that I would realize, like, holy crap, I should have done this a long time ago. Now I'm scrambling to do it, and I know, even though I was doing a lot during that time and I accomplished a lot, I knew that it was too little too late, especially if they would have gone through and cut the whole channel. And not only that, but it ruined my Christmas. Sure, I had a great Christmas, I had a great holiday, don't get it twisted, don't get it wrong, but it really did ruin my Christmas. I would have rather been spending the 24th and the 25th, with my girlfriend, with her family, doing fun stuff, getting drunk off my ass, doing stupid shit, instead of, dedicating my fucking full ass time to trying to fix this situation that happened with YouTube. But what did I do when this happened? Did I sit down and cry? No. I fucking put on my big boy pants, I tied them up real nice and tight, and I got to work. And as I was working, I was reminded every single fucking second that I should have done this earlier. I should have already done this. I'm doing this now because I didn't do it before. If I would have already done this, then when the strike situation would have happened, I would have already been prepared, and I would have had to do minimal work, and I would have still been able to enjoy the holidays, and so on and so forth. And I just kept reminding myself that all of this happened because of me. It was all my fault. Basically it. That's basically it. And it's the same thing. The reason that you're still watching this video right now is your fault. Because you haven't already had the balls to turn off this fucking video and go do what I already told you to do. What you already know you gotta do. Which is find out what you love. And look, maybe what you love to do is watch YouTube videos. So maybe you should start a YouTube channel commenting on other YouTube videos. I don't fucking know. Only you know. But you gotta really start taking responsibility for your own life and your own situations and going after it. Okay? Whether it's moving to Mexico or moving out of the country, whether it's starting your own business, whether it's changing careers, whatever it is. But you just gotta start doing it. And you gotta start looking at these Monday motivations as a different vehicle and a different tool for you. Because I still watch Gary Vee from time to time, but it's for a completely different purpose now. I watch Gary Vee so that I can educate myself on how to use social media better. Whenever I need an idea for a Monday motivation, whenever I want to laugh and get entertained a little bit, that's basically when I watch Gary Vee nowadays. I don't watch him for any motivational anything. In fact, I don't watch any motivational nothing. In fact, I am now producing Monday motivation. I am now producing motivational content. In fact, it's going to be almost a year now. Yeah. So that goes to show you, how far I've come, but yet I still have a lot further to go. So I'm not here, trying to beat you guys, with a stick, like I do with Lambo over here. All right, that's not what I'm doing here, but I kind of am. I mean, sometimes it's a little bit of tough love that we need. Saint here included. All right? I mean, literally, I could go on and on about this, but I think it's time to wrap it up because that's it. The timer's telling me to wrap it up. Anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's Monday motivation. It's the first Monday motivation of the year. I'm deciding to do it in front of the camera in very, very horrible lighting because, this is what I got for the moment right now. But yes, you can be expecting for me to do some sort of walking and talking, doing the Monday motivation like I always do, or maybe on the bike. I don't know, all right? But these Monday motivations aren't going anywhere. They are a part of the channel. So you can be expecting Monday motivations every week, Wednesday live streams every week, a Friday upload, and a Sunday upload, okay? Now, I'm undecided as to whether I'm going to do the Sunday Instagram stories, the Instagram stories that I post every Sunday, if I'm going to still do that on Sunday, or if I'm going to post it on Wednesday and also do the live stream on Wednesday. I'm still trying to figure that out because as you guys saw from yesterday's upload, it wasn't the Instagram stories, it was an interview I did. So we're, kicking it up a notch on this channel too. All right. I'm also starting to do what I love again, meaning because I've been doing what I love for reals, but I'm really starting to really kick it up a notch. All right. As you guys already can tell from this channel, in the last, pretty much the last week, we've already, gone, full circle, and we're back to talking about all the important things that I want to talk about, which is Bitcoin, the world, and all this other stuff. All right. All the other Merida and travel stuff and all the other expat life and all that other good stuff is on the other channel. Link is at the bottom of the description. Please check it out. All right? But, right now it's time for me to give the camera over to
Jordan Peterson.
Whatever whatever other motivational content I'm gonna play here, and time for me to say my goodbyes, because that's it, guys. We all gotta get to work, and obviously, as you guys can see, I'm already losing lighting. I know you guys are listening to me anyway, so it's all good. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share this content, because YouTube is not helping me share anything. So please share. All right, please hit that bell icon, not just on this channel, but on the other channel, to make sure that you don't miss any uploads. And more importantly than anything else, stay awesome. And don't forget to catch the last little bit of this video. Guys, thank you so much. I love you, and I'll see you guys mañana on the other channel. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday here on this channel. All right? Don't forget, live streams coming up. See you guys later. Bye. Thanks again for watching.
If you set out a path towards a goal, which you want to do because you need a goal and you need a path, because that provides you with positive emotion, right? So you set up something as valuable. You decide that you're going to do that instead of other things, so that's kind of a sacrifice, because you're sacrificing everything else to pursue that. And then you experience a fair bit of positive emotion and meaning as you watch yourself move towards the goal. And so the implication of that is the better the goal, the more full and rich your experience is going to be when you pursue it. So that's one of the reasons for developing a vision and for fleshing yourself out philosophically, because you want to aim at the highest goal that you can manage. Okay, so you do that, and then what you'll find is that as you move towards the goal, there are certain things that you have to accomplish that frighten you. You know, maybe you have to learn to be a better speaker, a better writer, a better thinker, or you have to be better to people around you, or you have to learn some new skills and you're afraid of that. Whatever, because it's going to stretch you if you pursue a goal. Okay, so now here's the idea. So you do something new, and that's informative, right? There's information in the action, and then you can incorporate that information and turn it into a skill and turn it into a transformation of your perceptions. So there's more to you because you've tried something new. So that's one thing. But the second thing is, and there's good biological evidence for this now, that if you put yourself in a new situation, then new genes code for new proteins and build new neural structures and new nervous system structures. Same thing happens to some degree when you work out, right? Because your muscles are responding to the load, but your nervous system does that too. So you imagine that there's a lot of potential you locked in your genetic code. And then if you put yourself in a new situation, then the stress, that's the situational stress that's produced by that particular situation, unlocks those genes and then builds new parts of you. So that's very cool, because who knows how much there is locked inside of you. So let's assume that scales as you take on heavier and heavier loads. You get more and more informed because you're doing more and more difficult things, but more and more of you gets unlocked. But that's not going to come out at all unless you stress yourself, unless you challenge yourself. And the bigger the challenge you take on, the more that's going to turn on. And so that as you take on a broader and broader range of challenges and you push yourself harder, then more and more of what you could be turns on, and that turns you into who you could be.